Hi there, my friend. Today, I want to talk to you about something that might surprise you, a simple food, just one, that could help you regain strength in your legs, and fast. Yes, I said it, just 12 hours. Now, I know that sounds like a bold claim, maybe even too good to be true. But stay with me, because what I'm about to share with you isn't just hearsay. It's backed by science. And more importantly, it could make a real difference in your day-to-day life. As we age, one of the first things many of us notice is how our legs don't feel as strong as they used to. Stairs seem steeper, walks feel longer, and even getting up from a chair can take more effort. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. But here's the good news, you don't have to accept that as your new normal. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through why leg strength is so important for healthy aging, what causes it to decline, the critical role nutrition plays in muscle health, and finally, the one powerful food you can add to your diet that may help restore leg strength in as little as 12 hours. So let's dive right in, shall we? Leg strength is one of the most important indicators of overall health as we get older. And I'm not just talking about being able to walk to the mailbox or climb a flight of stairs. Strong legs mean independence. They mean balance, coordination, and less risk of falling. In fact, studies have shown that lower body strength is directly linked to longer lifespan and better quality of life. When you lose strength in your legs, you might also start to notice trouble keeping your balance, a slower walking pace, more aches and stiffness, less motivation to be active, and here's the vicious cycle: the less you move, the more muscle you lose. The more muscle you lose, the harder it becomes to move. It's a downward spiral, but it doesn't have to be that way. Here's something many people don't realize: your legs have some of the largest muscles in your body. And because they work against gravity all day long, they need more energy and nutrients than most other muscles. But as we age, our metabolism slows down, our hormones shift, and our ability to absorb nutrients declines. That means our muscles, especially our leg muscles, aren't getting the fuel they need. A few common reasons why leg muscles weaken faster: sarcopenia, this is age-related muscle loss. It starts as early as your 30s, but it accelerates after 60. Lack of protein, older adults often don't get enough high-quality protein. Poor circulation, less blood flow means fewer nutrients getting to your muscles. Inactivity, sitting for long hours or avoiding physical activity makes muscles shrink. Nutritional deficiencies, low levels of certain vitamins and minerals, especially magnesium, potassium, and B vitamins. It might sound like a lot. But the good news is, we can support our muscles with the right choices, especially the right food. Here's the thing: you don't build muscle just by lifting weights. Nutrition is just as important, sometimes even more so, especially as you get older. Protein, of course, is essential. But so are other nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory compounds. If your body doesn't have what it needs to repair and build muscle tissue, no amount of exercise will be enough. So what's the best way to get those nutrients? You guessed it, through food. Whole, real, natural food. And that brings us to the star of today's conversation, a food that's often overlooked but is quietly becoming a favorite in nutrition research. Ready for it? The one food that researchers have found can quickly improve muscle performance, especially in the legs, is beets. Yes, beets. Those deep red root vegetables your grandma used to pickle. Turns out, beets are packed with nitrates, natural compounds that help improve blood flow and oxygen delivery to muscles. Here's why that matters: when your muscles get more oxygen, they perform better. They recover faster. They feel less tired. And research shows that just one serving of beetroot can increase muscle efficiency in older adults in as little as 12 hours. There's a fascinating study published in the Journal of Gerontology that looked at older adults who consumed beetroot juice. Within 2 to 3 hours, their muscle performance improved. After 12 hours, their leg muscle power increased by nearly 15%. Why? Because the nitrates in beets convert into nitric oxide in the body, which helps dilate blood vessels and improve circulation. Better circulation equals more nutrients and oxygen to your muscles, This isn't just theory, it's measurable. Another study from Wake Forest University gave a group of older adults beetroot juice before a walk. Those who drank it walked farther, had better endurance, and recovered faster. You don't have to eat a mountain of beets to see results. In fact, here's a simple plan. Start with 1/2 to 1 cup of cooked beets, or 1 small glass, about 4 to 6 ounces, of beet juice, best taken in the morning, ideally before any physical activity. You can roast them, steam them, or blend them into a smoothie. Add a pinch of black pepper or a drizzle of olive oil to help with nutrient absorption. Beets work best when paired with a diet rich in leafy greens, lean proteins, and healthy fats, and remember, consistency is key. While one serving can help temporarily, regular intake can lead to longer-term improvement in circulation and muscle strength. Beets are generally safe for most people. But there are a few things to keep in mind. If you have kidney stones or issues with oxalates, talk to your doctor first. Beets can turn your urine or stool pink. This is harmless but can be surprising. If you're on blood pressure medication, monitor your levels. Beets can naturally lower blood pressure. Of course, food is just one piece of the puzzle. To really regain and maintain strong legs, combine beet consumption with gentle strength exercises like chair squats, leg lifts, or resistance band work. Daily walking, even 10 to 15 minutes helps. Staying hydrated, muscles need water to function. Good sleep, your body repairs itself at night, and most importantly, stay consistent. Progress doesn't have to be fast, it just has to be steady. Let me leave you with something a little more personal, because I think stories can sometimes speak louder than science. A few months ago, I got an email from a man named Richard. He's 68, lives in a small town just outside of Manchester in the UK. Richard told me that for the past year, he had been struggling with leg fatigue. His legs would feel like cement blocks by mid-afternoon. Walking the dog around the block left him out of breath. He used to love going for morning walks with his wife, but lately, she'd have to slow down or even hold his arm because he felt too unsteady. He said he started feeling embarrassed, like his body was aging faster than his spirit. He wasn't ready to give up his active life. But every solution seemed too overwhelming. Gym memberships, complicated supplements, expensive meal plans. It all felt like too much. Then one morning, he came across something in a video, something very much like what I've shared with you today. Beets, he figured, what do I have to lose? So he went to his local market, picked up some fresh beets, roasted them that evening, and ate half a cup with dinner. The next morning, he had a glass of beet juice before taking his dog for their usual walk. Now, I'll be honest, he didn't run a marathon the next day. But here's what did happen. He made it around the block without needing to stop. His legs felt just a little lighter. He felt a bit more stable. Not perfect, but noticeably better. Enough to make him think, maybe there's something to this. So he kept going. Every morning, he had beets, sometimes roasted, sometimes juiced. He even added them to a smoothie with apples and a bit of ginger. Within 2 weeks, his wife stopped having to hold his arm during their walks. Within a month, he was walking a full mile every day, and even helping with gardening again. His doctor was surprised. His blood pressure had improved. His leg strength, which they measure with a sit-to-stand test, had increased. And Richard told me something I'll never forget. He said, I thought I had to live with weakness. Turns out, I just had to feed my legs better. It's stories like Richard's that remind me why I share this kind of information. Because while studies in science are important, it's how these small changes impact real lives that matters most, and Richard's not the only one. I've heard from women in their 70s who've started dancing again after adding beetroot to their breakfast routine. One woman from Florida told me she started gardening again for the first time in years because her knees didn't ache as much. Another gentleman in Australia now rides his bike every morning, something he thought he'd never do again after his hip surgery. All of them made one tiny change. They added beets to their daily routine. Now, will it work for everyone in exactly 12 hours? Maybe not. We're all different. But what I love about this approach is that it's natural, safe, affordable, and easy to try. And the science shows us that the potential is there. Sometimes, that's all we need: a little hope, a little encouragement, and a simple, doable step forward. So here's what I'd encourage you to do tomorrow morning. Start with something simple. Roast a few slices of beet and have them with eggs. Or blend a beet with a banana and a handful of spinach into a smoothie. Or just drink a small glass of beet juice. So here's what I'd encourage you to do tomorrow morning. Start with something simple. Roast a few slices of beet and have them with eggs. Or blend a beet with a banana and a handful of spinach into a smoothie. Or just drink a small glass of beet juice, then go for a gentle walk. Stretch your legs. Give your body the chance to move and respond. Pay attention to how you feel, not just in your legs, but in your energy, your breath, your balance, and then keep going. Try it for a week. Maybe 2. Small steps, consistently taken, can lead to real change. You don't need to overhaul your life. You just need to nourish your body in a way that helps it do what it was designed to do: support you, move you, and give you the freedom to enjoy life. Because that's what this is really about: not just stronger legs, but a stronger you. A you who feels confident getting up from the couch. A you who can enjoy long walks with your grandkids. A you who doesn't have to think twice about whether your legs will hold up. You deserve that kind of freedom. And it might just start with something as humble and powerful as a beat. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If this resonated with you, I'd love it if you gave the video a like, left a comment with your experience, or shared this with someone who might need it. And don't forget to subscribe if you want more simple, science-backed tips for living well at any age. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you in the next one.